There we go. Hey guys, Dante here, and welcome back to another Sunday night streaming. Okay, let's see what we got here. Everything seems to be running good. So what are we doing today? Well, let me adjust my camera a little bit. Alright, so what are we doing today? On this rainy day, if you're here on the East Coast, New York area, down to Florida, etc. On this rainy evening, I hope you are all safe. I hope you are indoors if possible, and if you are outdoors, what the heck are you doing? But what we're doing today is just going to be finishing up last week's drawing of my demon in a bottle, who is not in a bottle, he's just standing there right now. So for a minute I was like, oh, what am I gonna do for today's stream? I'm so tired. I was actually up super late last night with my good friend Red Spectra. Went to Red's house and we were playing a game he bought but never got a chance to actually jump into. It was Forgotten, like the name Anne, Forgotten, which is a beautifully done video game, which is actually more of a cartoon. Like you're basically playing like it's like if Studio Ghibli, whose name I always forget which way it's pronounced properly, but imagine if like Studio Ghibli like made a game based off of the Brave Little Toaster. You play as a girl in a world in which inanimate objects have come to life. And it has like espionage and like mystery because she's essentially a cop trying to figure out who is blowing up areas of this world. It's a puzzle game. It's like a puzzle game with really nice narrative, and we were playing that, and then at some point he was like, oh crud, Dante, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. 1:30 actually. So yeah, I left his house at like 1:30. Got back to my home around like an hour and a half later, if not more. So yeah, so I woke up super late today, and I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? I'm so tired, I don't want to draw. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll just finish this. I completely forgot I had to finish this. But that was my weekend. And I also went to Brooklyn Comic-Con. Why is my pen not working? There we go. So I went to Brooklyn Comic-Con, guys, which was sadly partially canceled this week because of the storm, of course. And it was fun though. I took some photos, took a little bit of video, and I'll be posting those online in due time. So let's see. We got that. That's Eraser. That's the wrong one. There we go. So we have here our red demon, which is ironic because I'm right now trying to finish up physically the blue demons. I have a batch of 9 of them on my table right now, which are painted in the base color, the dark tones, and I can do the highlights. And once I do those, they'll be ready to be packed into boxes and taken to, once again, ToyCon in Brooklyn. So, I'm on the wrong layer, aren't I? Yes, I am. Yes, I'll be ToyCon in Brooklyn first weekend of September. Hope to see you guys there. Hopefully the weather will be nice. Because, as my art table falls off, I realized that ToyCon in Brooklyn Naval Yard, might be outdoors. They didn't say that on the website when I bought lead tickets for the tables. So we're gonna see about that, because if it's outside, luckily it's first week of September. The weather should be nice. I just hope the turnout is nice. Yeah, so I hope to see you guys there. That'd be quite nice. Let's see. Here's that. Here's that. Is it X? There it is. Nope, wrong one. Highlight that. Thank you. Highlighted that. Awesome. So I just adjusting some colors. Wait a minute. I is a fool. I forgot that this. I'm doing it, making it too. I'm wondering why it looks so dark. I'm making it a shade darker than it should be. This is the color of the hair. The hair is gray with a light gray with a slightly darker gray as the next level. I was coloring it in the same color tone as the hooves, which are meant to be darker in general. Anyway, as just continuing what I was saying before, I hope you guys are all having a good weekend. I was really happy to actually hang out with my good friend. And just do some streaming stuff. Like, we didn't actually stream, but like just do some art stuff, and video game stuff, and talk about stupid things. We talked about anime and talked about just cartoons and just did what geeks do. He was showing me a bunch of Red was showing me a bunch of really cool like anime intros that have like amazing music, because that's what anime does. Anime doesn't just do good intros; they do intros that are like straight on freaking orchestral stuff. Speaking of which, once again, the game Forgotten. The music is great, and what I don't mean like, oh, it has awesome video game music. What I mean is like you're playing essentially a cartoon. everything's like animated, like it looks like a Studio Ghibli film. Uh, but when you're playing it, it's like the little orchestral music of like violins when you're walking, do 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 do. Like it feels like you're playing like an old timey cartoon. Like it's the only point in the game where it got like dramatic was during an action sequence, and that was really just to kind of pump up the suspense of what was happening. It's a good game. Like I'm immensely ashamed that I didn't know about it beforehand from anyone. Yeah, okay, that's good. That good, good. Just want to fill in all the little those pixel lines you mentioned last week. When you select an area, there's always like a little bit of pixel line between what you want filled in and like the actual inks you've done. That's why you put this blue in the background, because I could spot all the little blue sticking through it. There we go. So let's do a bit of an artist shout out. Has anyone, hopefully somewhere out there, does anyone read this particular comic? It's on Tapas, I believe. I read it. I find it on Instagram originally. I believe it's called Emma the Robot, or Emma. Essentially, it's like about a nanny android, a really heartfelt nanny android, and just currently her daily life. She's an android nanny in a world where they're kind of mass produced, and they all have this kind of naivety to them because like they're built to serve. That's what they're there for. So they're kind of like naive on certain things, and they kind of have this idea of like, oh no, the people who made us, they know what they're doing. They're all really smart individuals, and her story is just getting really interesting. I won't tell you what's happening at the moment, but it's a really nice story. It's all like little segments, really cute segments of just like her helping the family, her like helping the daughter, who is essentially what she's there for, to like watch over the daughter, make sure she gets to school okay. And there's other nannies, and they all have slightly different personalities. And it's drawn very nicely. It's very like soft blue colors, like her outfit's soft and blue. She has like blondish hair. The robot, that is, the nanny. So Emma, and the story's right now taking a really interesting turn, and I figure I might as well talk about it. So people should definitely go see it. Let me double check something. Let me just double check something. Nope, that's not it. So Emma is apparently a very popular name for comics. So Emma Robot comic. I want to make sure I'm saying the right name of the comic. Yeah, Emma the Robot. That's her name, Emma the Robot. On Tapas. Is it on? Is it on Tapas? That's Root and Emma. Yeah, Emma's a really popular name, so. Emmy. There we go, not Emma. Emmy. Emmy. Emmy the Robot. Check it out. Emmy the Robot. It's on. No, it's not on Tapas. Well, this one's not on Tapas. It's Webtoons. You have Instagram and Webtoons. There we go. Emmy the Robot on Instagram and Webtoons. Definitely check them out. It's a very nice comic. It's like a slice of life, semi-futuristic, nothing too crazy. The most futuristic thing are the robots, but what brings you into it is their personality. Like, the actual robots are just so chipper. You know, they believe wholeheartedly in their creators. Just trying to work the shading around this guy's massive freaking eyebrow ridges. I'm sure I've mentioned before, I struggle when it comes to shading, not even shading, I struggle when it comes to coloring, like certain textures, like hair and stuff. Traditional or not, I just always struggle with it. I mean, there's the obvious thing where you could just do the whole thing one color and then like do something like this, like do the whole, like you do the whole shine across the head like that. Which I'm kind of tempted to do. Like over here, it didn't matter as much on the side of the head. It doesn't matter much over there on the other side as well. Or maybe I'll do that with the highlight. Wrong way. Yeah, my tab is doing anything again. Where like it mutes. I don't know if it's the wrong button. What the hell was that? Doing that wonderful thing where it mutes me. And then when I hit to unmute, it pauses it instead. Turn it sideways. That way I can see what I'm doing. Sometimes I get a feeling. Y'all. What is it with Twitch? Like, how is it, like, Twitch should play, you know, like any other, like, video platform. Like, when you're on YouTube, stuff like that doesn't necessarily happen. Just like it just, I don't know, maybe it is a buffering issue. That luscious beard. It's like a Fire Nation beard. What was that guy's name? Not Ivo. Not Ivo. Ivo was awesome. But not him. The other guy. The one with the extremely short temper. Who ends up freaking / dying or not dying. Either way, he ends up in the spirit world. I forget his name now. Zhao. There's a joke where Aang calls him Rear Admiral Zhao and shakes his butt at him. Like, something about Zhao and like, oh, I guess I will too. They had these wonderful freaking beards. Like, Fire Nation men knew how to grow beards, man. I'm attempting a little bit myself, just trying to get the sides in. Never really fully grows in. I get part way there and I'm like, screw it. Screw it. Who needs to have a beard? I don't need one. I'm fine with my goatee. Just fine. I'm kind of breaking my rule when it comes to hair. So when it comes to everything else, there's always a little bit of light color inside. The darkness doesn't go all the way to the edge because I kind of exaggerate the the curving of light. And when it comes to hair, it's different. It should be different. At least I would think. Speaking of which, nope, wrong color. There we go. Just fill up all. Yeah, fill it up. Oh. Oh, no wonder. I'm like, why is the YouTube not showing? YouTube was on, with my YouTube tab was playing like last week's video. Nope, nope, nope. I just hit the art button, the art like category. And it's always fun when you actually see yourself like on the front page, not the front page, but like within the search engine. Like, oh, there I am. Yeah, Sunday night. There's a lot of people joining tonight. Okay. So. Go a little bit lighter. Let's see what we have here. How's that look? Yeah. And maybe I should like consolidate some of these smaller strands and just like bulk them up a little bit. Like that. No. Nah, if I nitpick it too much, I'll go crazy. And just move on. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Just give me a bit of a line, like a road to follow. I've had this issue before where I turn on my tablet way before the stream. That way all the updates get done and I can move on. I could just move on with my life. But no, I turn this tablet on like 15, 20 minutes before the stream, and even now I hear doot, 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 doot. It's just updating Facebook, updating this, updating that. I'm like, just like technology, no matter how much you preemptively try to do something, so it doesn't act weird on you. It just does it anyway. Little dot right there. I see you. Alright. Alright. It's so minute, but I know it's there and it drives me nuts. Excuse me. Alright. Good for now. Might use a little tweak later. Alright. If you hear that, I'm so sorry. That is the storm warning coming from my phone. Alright, so he's done. Now for the bottle. Let's see. Again, jeez. Let's do a new ink layer. There we go. How thick is that line? It's a bit thin. Let's try. Make it 8. Alright, 6. Okay, so first. Nope. Let me get a grid up. That way I can be really anal retentive in how I want it all to look. There we go. Nope, nope, nope. Do not. Where are you? Snap the grid. There you go. Go away. Is there a way to round out the edges for this? Or just solid? It's just solid rectangle. Shoot. I'm trying to remember how the bottle looks. Oh, I know I'm doing wrong. I know what I'm doing wrong, everyone. Hold on. This. Nope. Gotta zoom in for this. There we go. On the line. Make it thin. Make it skinny. What do you want from my life? There. That looks about right. That's way too thick. What's going on? 6, please. Thank you. Actually, deja vu. Sorry.
There we go. That's a much better rounded bottom. Copy. Paste. Horizontal flip. Alright, so. And so this one, get that smooth curve to the side of the bottle. Okay, try this again. I'm on this layer. Clean, clean. Erase. Now I'm on this layer. Oh, that's why you have a sideline as well. Shoot. Trying to figure out what line I'm working on for what layer. This needs to go. All of this needs to go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so all that ruckus is mainly for flood warning. Not so much in my area. I live in the Boogie Down Bronx, but more like Long Island. But of course, if you take the subway, because you live in the city, and you're taking a subway for whatever reason, there's risk of it flooding the subways. I think I just round these out by hand because that was too much of a pain otherwise. So I am doing just a straightforward view of this bottle. I'm not really angling it around, so it might look kind of weird. I'm debating if I should do a bit of an angle on the bottle. I'm not sure. Let's try something. That's not what I wanted. Guess it's this one. How does that work then? How does that tool work? It's a curve tool, right? Oh. You don't have to double click it, it just does the anchor for you. Nice. Well, I thought it did. Ah, gotcha. Then you let go, and it does that. Once again, not an expert at this program, people. Just learning the basics. Nope. I'm so used to clicking for the anchor points, but for this curve tool, you don't click. You just draw from one end to the other. And then you do that. Okay, we're gonna do a test, see how that looks. Just gonna get a big eraser and be like, whoop. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's duplicate this guy. Then you copy the copy, and you copy the copy. Copy. Right, no, ooh, no, don't get rid of you. Just this much right here. Now's the tedious part of just like doing interesting angles and bullshit like that. Actually, you know what might work? First, get on this angle, erase, erase, erase. Erase, erase, erase. Let's realize that black line isn't completed right there by his thumb. Jump on this guy. Erase, erase. Very carefully. So what we're gonna do is once I get the tedious lines of this bottle all done, then we're going to do some color alterations to make it look like the bottle's filled with a liquid. So first things first, click, 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 unlock this layer as well. Actually, you know what? No. Just click these layers. Just these layers. Merge selected. Don't go crazy. So right now I just merged, once again, you can't see the tools on the side, but I just merged all of these guys together. All the ink layers minus the actual devil layer itself. Like the inks on that are separate. And I did that because I want to combine the layer of this bottle right here with the little curve I already created on the edge of the jar. Copy paste because there you go. Just add the little curves at the end to make it soft because I don't want to have to redo them at the base, which I'm going to just drop it right in there. Just drop it right there, like that. Ooh, which I can't. Shoot! A little transform never hurt no one. There we go. Once again, I'm trying to make this look much cleaner than my like really free-handed inking with the cross hatching. This is meant to be like an image on the box art. I mean, you could do box art however you want, but for this, I want it to be really like digital clean, not so much like organic cross lines and cross hairs and everything. Cross hatching. I said everything's the right word. You heard that? Merge below. So this should be, yep, the entire bottle is good to go. except he shouldn't have that line in his beard. So the reason I'm leaving the lines and the devil separate is because I'm thinking of using the lines to kind of like really indicate that he's in water. So I might just like, I'm thinking of like lightening the lines below the waist, like it's kind of out of focus. This light bulb. Oh, there's the thing for that. It's not one, it's M. For lasso. M for lasso, everyone. Alright, just doing some background. Like the line that goes on the edge of the bottle on the opposite side. Just kind of like hinting to that. Doesn't need to be really like, really there. Alright, once again, I think our bottle is looking pretty good. Save! For the love of God, save. Alright, so that's our bottle. Okay, bottle ink is done. B-O-T ink. And lock that layer. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is make a new layer. I'm gonna put the layer above the inks of, so this layer is gonna be above the inks of the devil, below the inks of the bottle, and it's gonna be a color. It's gonna be a color that we're working with. Check it out. Nope. Needs to be a filled. Okay. So first that. Then that. We can easily just erase this part right here. Curve that, and curve this. Right. Okay, I'm just going to drop the translucency a bit because I do need to erase part of it. Part of it needs to be erased. Now the beard is above it because the beard is outside the bottle. Alright, good. Just doing a test in the chat. So I'm thinking I'll just lower the translucency, or rather adjust the translucency of the yellow we've done. See how that changes everything else. Wand, select, delete. Okay. Select. I do need to make an adjustment for that though. Need to curve it within the bottle. Nope, that's the circle tool. That's the wrong tool. Where's my curve tool? It's like 3 different curving tools in this. Which one's the one I need? I need this one. That's like super angular though. No, not that one. Ooh, it's definitely not that one. Screw it, do it by hand. Do it live, people, we do it live. Okay, he's in the piss bottle. Lock that layer. Now that we locked that layer, let's just go to white for a minute and have some fun. Like, would they capture the light that's off of him? Nah. By the way, I just noticed I am working on the freaking bottle ink layer, and I don't want that. We're gonna title this layer Bubs for bottles, for bubbles, Bubs. Now what I'm wondering is, should I do the bottle like white? Should I just do it a white bottle? Or do a white, maybe do a white, just do like a shine on the side of it probably. That was a weird curve. Shine. Ooh, what just happened? No, no, no. Click out it. Click out of that. Click out of that. No, no. Away. Away. Jeez. Don't you hate it when you like access something? You're like, I don't know what this is. It's doing something weird. Now remember what I said about the line? Right there, there you go. Teeth in hair. Was that the? What's you doing there? So it's not the it's not the teeth in hair. It's you. So this one, erase. There we go. Erase. Sorry, I just have this. I'm rambling. I'm mumbling. It's this really thin layer of yellow that's showing up in the beard, which I thought I erased, but I guess I had erased it on the black line, but not just beyond it. Yeah, there it is. So this, let me get that rid of that grid. View grid, be gone. Go to the shine, real quick. Where's my shine? Also, I'm going to be fixing inks. I might as well fix this ink right here. There we go. Now what I need to do, let me see, bottle ink, you should not be here. Get rid of this line right here. Let me see, any other shines I should, there we go, get rid of you as well. Never heard the song before, but I like it. And I think we're good. I mean, the bubbles are just kind of sitting there, not doing anything. I don't know if I should do anything with the bubbles. Zoom in a pinch. Alright, so without it, with it, with or without it. Let me see if I can. When in doubt, internet. Just get an idea of what we're working with in terms of like how should it look underwater. That's what it is. It shouldn't be white as if it's clear. That's stupid. It should be a darker shadow of the liquid that it's in. So, wand, select. So we're going to select that. We're going to make it a little darker. Bucket. Bucket. Let me see. And then we'll do some lighting inside of it as well. Yeah, it should work. I'll end with a white line around it. I know it, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. It looks a lot nicer too. There was some story about like a Renaissance artist who was challenged to do a perfect circle in one hand with one singular motion. When he achieved it, he was declared the best artist in the world. I'm sure I'm super paraphrasing the story. These are like super simplified like bubbles, like how they should look. I'm just going off some random images on Google right now. Just like, oh, okay, I get it now. I get it. Actually, it does help a lot. It helps balance out with the solid white. But maybe the shine could be brought down a pinch. Also, that bubble has to go. Locking that, locking that, locking that, lock it all down. There we go. Just combining the bubble layers. Okay, so working with a translucent white, translucent green-ish, yellowish green. Got the bubble layers. There's no actual color on the bottle. The bottle's just what the background is. But I believe what? How long have you been there? How do I get rid of you? How do I get rid of that again? How do I get rid of guidelines? Okay. Yeah, I want to unview it. Selection launch, transfer launch. Yeah, like shouldn't the guideline be like on freaking on like viewables? There he is. It's a layer. Guides are on layers in this program. That's the one thing I keep forgetting. Save. All right. So here is our demon in a bottle. He looks quite nice. I do like him. We do one double check on our stream settings. Alright then. Okay. So I think we're all good. So this is Demon in a Bottle. As I mentioned, I'm working on painting some blue ones. The red ones are painted and in their bottles, but only halfway filled with the resin. The blue ones will be fully filled, like in this image. And they will be for sale once again at New York Toy Con at Brooklyn Navy Yard, Building 77. And also for sale at Brooklyn. There's New York Toy Con and Brooklyn Horror Con. Same locations, different time periods. Check them out. Please check out their websites. I believe it's the first of both of them. At least the first one of New York Toy Con. I know that much. And yeah, I'll be selling little figurines like this. Oh. And I think that'll be it for tonight. I'm done with that. Save that. Everything's saved. And right now I'm just milking the clock as I talk. Oh, fun random fact, speaking of toys. As anyone on my YouTube channel would know, I'm a big Transformers fan. Not so much the franchise and storylines, but more the actual toys themselves. I just love the idea of like something that turns from one thing to the other. It's really cool. I think it's awesome. I love triple changes. They need to make more triple changes that are not just remakes of the older ones. I want to see like them really pump out some cool triple changes. Beast Wars was what really reinvigorated my love of Transformers. Because, you know, you tell someone you're a fan of Transformers and they're like, oh, you love cars and jets and Optimus Prime. I go, eh. I love the original movie, which has a much more sci-fi aspect to it than the original show. And I love Beast Wars because they're zany characters. All of that to say, when I buy a Transformer toy, it's usually something interesting. Not just a jet, not just a tank. It is far more something like this bad boy. I went ahead and broke down and caught it and bought it. Of the Alicon. Oh my god, the freaking Alicon. I saw this in the store and I was like, I shouldn't. But damn it, it's a freaking bipedal alien alligator. And it's the first official one of this. They've made plenty of Shockticons of varying degrees. Hey, intern. But Alicon, first Alicon, and I love it. And transformation is super like simple, really. It's really just like reveal the face and then like rearrange how he stands. Put him in a squat position, rotate his little arms out, which are obviously visible in his robot mode. But how can you not look at that? Look at that jaw. How can you not love that? I think someone described the Alicon's original cartoon as having a fuck you transformation. Because that's what they were. Like in the original cartoon, like the chest burst open and it's the mouth. And this is not so much. In truth, in this, you like rotate the body and then the face comes out. So it kind of works. It still has that kind of sensation, but the body spins to do it. But in the original cartoon, it was like, rah! So the guy called it some guy on YouTube called it the fuck you transformation because it's like, you pissed me off? Well, fuck you! And just like his face just comes out, his alligator face just bursts out of his chest and he tries to bite you. So I bought this guy and oh man, I've been loving him. I took this guy and I took is it Ironworks? He's one of the weaponizers where he just turns into like a little construction site. I think it's called Ironworks, or he's like a reference to the original character Ironworks. And I bought that one for the same reason. It's a weird transformer that you take apart. And I earlier combined him with Ironworks and just made him this big jacked freaking alligator with sledgehammers for hands. Like things like this, freaking things like I have Ape Face, and is it Snapdragon? His brother, and those guys were cool. They were like triple changer headmasters. I never bought the original toys. It was actually before my Transformers is technically before my time. I was born when the show premiered, so I got into it through reruns of like the movie, which I had on VHS, and then really got into it with Beast Wars. And Beast Wars just had all these cool things, like you had freaking Scorponok, a scorpion that shot like bees from his hands. Like, speaking of triple changes and animals, there was a Animorph. I think it's Animorph toy line that later on got folded into Beast Wars, but not officially. Like, it's this weird augmentation, and they were triple changing. Essentially, they're triple changing Beast War toys. No, correction, they're not triple changes. They go from beast to beast. They were called like mutants or something because they didn't have the robot mode. So you had like a bat that became an alligator. It was okay, but the one I liked was like a scorpion that becomes a freaking not piranha. Damn, it's not a piranha. It begins with a P. It's the thing that ate Nemo's family in Finding Nemo. It becomes like a fish, like a aggressive like fish with an underbite. This is from piranha to from a scorpion to that. It's like toys like that, man. Like freaking creative shit that just I'm cursing a lot tonight. I'm sorry. Just creative stuff that like it's not just cars and jets. It's like a car that becomes a robot that becomes a freaking bumblebee or whatever. That's the stuff I like. So I bought him and I love him. And and I also have Reflector. Well, technically you have to buy all 3 reflectors. I have all 3 reflectors that become the actual reflector. It's a transformer that becomes a brick, shaped like a camera. Yeah, I know it's stupid, but I love it. So yeah, I'm sure we might see a few of those for sale at ToyCon. I hope ToyCon's good. I mean, the location's small. But hey, it's in Brooklyn. You can get to it. A bit of a walk, but you can get to it. And it's gonna be the first week of September, so the weather should be good. If it's outdoors, because Building 77 doesn't look like it's meant to hold anything. Like you walk in, it's like a hallway of like dining areas and a few nooks and crannies you could cram tables in if you had to, but because of COVID, everything's outside. So in a perfect scenario, you can have outside and indoors, but not so really. So I hope by October, the October HorrorCon, Brooklyn HorrorCon, they'll like rearrange the inside to make room. Or maybe COVID will like roll back, which I doubt. It's like 2 months from now. You get creepy looking guys like that. Look at that face. Some face only a mother can love. But yeah, that's my ramble of just like, look what I got! Alongside alongside artwork of look what I've drawn! And yeah, I think that's it. Not a bad stream. Finished it early. Thank you for everyone who's going to be watching this later on YouTube. Reminder to everyone, once again, these are live every Sunday night at 8, YouTube, Twitch, and Picardo, all beneath the Burgos Art name. Usually digital art like this, sometimes traditional art over on the art table where I'm painting and doing sketches and whatnot. And I think those are the regular rambles. Of course, check me out on the links below. And yeah, so once again, guys, I am Dante. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the future. Later.